Hello and welcome to the video presentation of our project. I'm Gideon Strickland, assisted by Mark Troutman, and let's get started. Technology, a gateway into the digital world, devices full of complexities and oddities that make up the fabric of our online infrastructure. A new job led you to a new home, and a new home needs Wi-Fi to survive. There's just a couple of problems with this. You are at risk. No, not with any physical danger, but something that can be just as life altering. So, here's the problem. An individual, you, just moved into a new home with modern technology. You are at risk of the following factors: open Wi-Fi access, malware, phishing attempts, hacks, and information sharing. It is also pertinent to mention that people all over the world have experienced breaches of their personal information, cybersecurity, and their privacy due to users not being anonymous completely. An unprotected Wi Fi network opens your home up to a lot of bad stuff, and this puts everyone at the home at risk. Well, now that we know the problem, let's look at solution number one. That is to limit the use of devices to prevent the risk of information being breached. What does this mean? In short, we are talking about cutting down on internet usage, device usage, and overall internet usage, which in theory should limit your risk. So the pros to this are by limiting how many devices are used overall, one could possibly reduce the risk of accounts being compromised. This can be achieved by considering which devices are a necessity. Some cons are, even by using just one device, it does not completely save users from the risks. Users should be able to use the various kinds of technology and not operate out of fear of being compromised. Now that we looked at the first solution, we will now move on to solution number two. Use incognito mode, private browsing, when using the internet on devices. Incognito mode is available on almost all devices, making this a viable option for protecting your information. The pros are users can browse the web without the history and credentials staying on the device, which should save their identity. This will include cookies, login credentials, and sensitive information. The cons are, due to users never being completely anonymous, third parties will still be able to track some information, including IP addresses. Finally, solution number three. Users should educate themselves and others that are using devices on the network about security awareness and encourage them to uphold these rules to ensure a safe network. Knowledge is power. Sharing knowledge makes people more powerful, more aware, and prepares us for threats, while also giving us the tools for threat prevention in our digital spaces. The pros are users can come together to share great practices on how to secure their network and devices. There are always opportunities to learn new things and spread information that others may not know about to protect your network. The cons are the general population may not take security awareness as serious compared to others. Users may just have to maintain their practices in their own home after spreading the information to others. Now that we looked at three possible solutions to the problem of home security, we will now discuss why solution number three is the best option. By becoming knowledgeable on security awareness, users can take many necessary steps to secure their devices and can spread the awareness to others. This solution could cost nothing and contributes to a protected home environment that is well protected from outside threats and people who wish to invade it. This solution puts more responsibility on the users rather than depending on minimum security efforts one could display. Even though users are not completely safe from the risk, Protecting the networks as much as possible, along with the security awareness, can stop many hacks, malware, and phishing attempts. In order to implement Solution 3, we will now look at 10 steps to make sure that one is ready to secure their home network. The first thing that we should do is secure. That means securing your router by creating a username that is inconspicuous and using a password that is at least 12 characters long with a combination of lowercase letters, capital letters, numbers, and symbols. The next step is to turn on WPA2, which is Wi-Fi Protected Access, or Wi-Fi Protected Access 3, in your router settings to encrypt the network from threats for all devices. The next step is to change the password and Wi-Fi name monthly to ensure that you're protected against threats. Next, one should set up automatic firmware updates for all devices, and if not possible, regularly check for updates for devices. The next thing you can do is secure your smart TV by restricting personal and financial information from the device, and for every profile, create different passwords. Next, install antivirus on home computers, laptops, and smartphones to keep malware out of your systems. After that, you can install a VPN on all devices to make sure they are protected. Then, update your privacy settings on all of your devices and turn off location sharing. After this, install firewalls on all applicable devices. And finally, inform everyone using devices on your network about security awareness and encourage them to uphold these rules to ensure a safe network.